Julian Howard.
All right. So good morning again. Julie here. So I wanted to talk a little bit more. We talked Friday about what do you do when your results seem slow in coming. But we didn't touch on when you're about to give up and your results seem slow. Because a lot of people a lot of people was brought to my attention over the weekend. A lot of people think about giving up and when their results aren't coming in. And what do you do when your results just aren't happening for you? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I was with a travel agency, and I am a travel agent, not in a travel club, but I am a travel agent with a totally different company. And I have not recruited not one person on my team, not for the lack of trying. I have tried. However, I will take this, I will take it back. I do have some family members on my team. I take it back. I do have some family members on my team. However, those are the people that know, like, trust you off the rip, right? So I was on this team for, 3, 4 years, paying my dues, paying every month faithfully, $54.95 a month. Okay. So I was paying this faithfully, $54.95 a month, not just for me, but for my husband as well. We were both paying $54.95 a month. Now, it's people out there right now saying, Miss Julian, that's money wasted. You could have used that money towards something else. However, before you judge me, before you say that, my husband and I and my family were traveling. So that $54.95 a month, not only was I getting commissions off of what I was traveling off of, I was making money. I just was, I didn't know how to promote that business at the time. And my upline was too busy promoting her business to slow down and help me promote mine or show me how to promote mine. So I sat back and I watched and I learned. And I started learning social media and how to use social media. I've always been a mindset and positivity coach. That is my main bread and butter, so to speak. So while I was doing the travel thing, I was growing my coaching business on the side. Then along came my econ, which powers my new business, and that business is my financial coaching business, which is Legacy Life. And my Legacy Life business is not going off as fast as I thought it would, because you would think people that in this pandemic are in trouble and they need what we do, right? They need to have better credit. They need to have financial solutions, investment opportunities. They need what we do. But it's all in the way you come across. It's all in the way you present it. People don't want to feel like that you're looking down on them, first of all. They don't want you to feel like, want you to make them feel like you're looking down on them and saying, well, my credit's great, so let me help you with your credit. So we must be mindful of all the things that we say to other folk. So what do you do when your results seem slow? You take a step back, you become patient, you look at what's going wrong. Patience makes a difference between success and failure. Patience will encourage you to hold steady. Okay? Patience is power. Patience will give you the opportunity to see if the thing that you have in your hand is a money maker or a money breaker. Travel is not going anywhere. That's why we have a travel club. Financial opportunity, financial debt, financial investments, that's not going anywhere. That's why we have a my economy. Okay, so I'm gonna plug one more thing that we do. Weight loss is not going anywhere. Let me tell you about this coffee. Now, Miss Tony was saying, we have more ways to get promoted. This little thing of coffee right here will, for another better word, clean you out, okay? But in a gentle way, It tastes great. It gives you so much energy. Like I had a cup of coffee when Wayne texted me this morning. So don't mind me if on it. But I'm saying we have to look for what our niche is, and we have to find that, and we have to go for it. That's what we have to do when our results seem slow. We have to look for what it is that is going to make us bang, boom, pow. Not what makes Wayne bang, boom, pow, because what makes Wayne sound, look, talk, seem great may not make us look, sound, talk, seem great. You know what I'm saying? Patience undergirds and sustains faith until the result you want is manifested. We can manifest so much in our life if we only hang on to positivity and not negativity. So if you're saying to yourself, I can't because I don't have a way of doing XYZ, buy you a box of these, okay? Sell them for $1. Oh, that's one way of getting your money back. Sell them for $2. Sell 5, I don't know, sell 6 for $5. Get your money back any way you think you can get your money back. But hustle, baby. Hustle. It's all up here. It's a mental game. Life is a mental game. You know what? People don't just automatically get over cancer. They don't, yes, it's a miracle from God, but it's also a miracle from the mind. Because you can have 2 people, and I know this to be true. You can have 2 people with the same diagnosis in cancer. Okay? I've seen it. 2 people with the same diagnosis in cancer. One will flourish and live, and the other will wither and die. And what is the difference between those 2 people? One has faith in God and a mindset of positivity, and the other one believes that they're not going to make it. And they just lay in the bed and they wait for death to come. So don't lay in the bed and wait for death to come to your business. Get out there, make connections, plant seeds, be patient, and know that your harvest is coming. Droughts don't last always. God always sends a rainstorm. And after the rainstorm, what happens? A rainbow. Okay? Look for the rainbow and look for the good in everything. Yes, I was in that business for so long and I paid my money. Guess what? I'm still in that business. I have not dissolved it. But what I learned from that business has propelled me to where I am now. And I have made so many connections that it was worth it. It is worth it. And to be not only in the travel club business, but also be a agent. I can speak both languages, okay? I can speak both sides of the coin. Now, can I mesh both businesses? No, I cannot. That would not be legal or binding. I have a fiduciary duty to my clients not to mix both of them. They cannot be mixed. They have to be separate. So what I would say to you is, again, patience is power. The devil and them other folk that are in your ear telling you quit. Don't do that. That my econ, I tried it. It didn't work for me. It's not going to work for you. Those are the people that quit before they got to their money. They quit before they got to their purpose. They quit before they got to who they were supposed to be. And they quit before they became who they were supposed to be. Put the word first, and you know who the word is from, God. Put God first. Be positive in your business. Speak life over your business always. Always speak life over your business. Speak life over your business at all times. That's why I call my business Legacy Life. Give your business a name that is going to flourish. And if you haven't already given your team a name, give it a name. Even if you're a team of one, give your team a name. My team is Legacy Life. We are Legacy Life Tribe. And we are going to kill the game with the money team. Are y'all ready? That's my positivity for this morning. I am going to turn it over to Wayne.
Thank you, Miss Julian, for all that you do. I tell you, every time you come on with us during our morning motivational sessions, you always bring the fire. See, and I'm gonna just tap in there because I just experienced this one yesterday. Sometimes I find team members excited when they come on board, and they're watch this. All of y'all done seen this already. I'm gonna make it very crystal clear. We get people on board, we're sponsoring people, or even ourselves, we get involved, we're super excited. We're running full speed. Then we hit a brick wall. We do not accomplish what we were setting out to accomplish because we are excited. We think we got it because of past or previous knowledge through past or previous opportunities. We try to take what we know and apply it to what we have, and we hit this brick wall. So now the fire that was kindled up inside of you is now depleted. Then you'll meet a motivational coach such as Miss Julian. She reignites the flame, right? Just because it's down don't mean it's not there. The flame is still there. But it takes someone else to reignite that flame. So now that person is on fire again. Then what happens? They excited again. Somebody done motivated them. They got a new way of approaching their business. They run out there again and they try it again. And guess what happens? This time it's not a brick wall. It's just the obstacle. Wow, now I don't know how to overcome this. Somebody told me they're not interested. I know these products and services work. I'm using it for myself. I'm showing people the proof. And they still telling me they're not interested. Wow. Guess what happens? That excitement is gone. That fire goes back down again. Then it takes somebody else to come along. So this time it might be Miss Sharon. Do you know what you have in your hand from a tax professional perspective? Do you know that this is like a ticket to you saving so much money while you don't have to lose it in taxes throughout the year? This is coming from her as a tax professional. So now you're excited again because she ain't say nothing to you about business, no opportunity, no nothing. She just showed you what the IRS said. So now you go out here and you say, okay, boom, I'm gonna go talk to my people again. Did you know that having this business is a way to create legal, necessary, and qualified tax deductions to offset your tax obligation? Right? This time somebody say, oh, wow, girl, but I don't need what you got because I already have a business. What happens? That same excitement goes away. That fire goes back down. So this time it might be Miss Shannon that comes along and say something to you that you never heard before that reignites that fire. So what am I saying? We need to connect with people that's going to keep the fire burning. See, we are the furnaces. We need wood inside of that furnace to keep the fire burning, right? I think Miss Shannon gonna give us something today. I think Miss Shannon is gonna give us some pieces of wood to reignite that fire within each and every last one of us. And I am not exempt. There's been days where I just say, you know what? I don't care what level of success I'm having. Man, listen, I'm done. But that's just me wearing my feelings on my sleeve, right? They ain't happened recently, but it has happened in times past. So I can relate to a lot of the emotional barriers that we come across in business, becoming entrepreneurs, going from a working class American to a business owner, going from a business owner to an investor. There's some shifts there. And oftentimes, if we have not learned this outside of the opportunity, it's foreign to us. Most people rebel against something that's foreign to them, even though it's truth. They still deny it. The Bible tells us that. We know Jesus to be the savior of the world, right? But he said that everybody that called on my name was not going to accept me. So now I gotta realize what the scriptures say about a prophet. Hey, a prophet is not accepted in his own home or in his own cities or in his own towns or his own countries. So therefore, I must go outside of what I'm of my normal to get the results that I'm looking for. Without any further ado, I think this is my wife, my beautiful wife, join us on this morning. I want to give her a chance to introduce herself for those that may not know her. If she can unmute herself, I know she's at the office as well. Then after that, we're going to turn it directly over to Miss Shannon, which is our guest speaker for this morning. Wife, are you out there?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I am. And my supervisor just happened to walk by right as you said that, but I have a few moments. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? I did want to pop in. I did hear that there was quite a bit of folks on this morning, so I did want to pop in just to hear what was going on and to say good morning. And I did get to hear Miss Juju this morning, and as usual, I'm listening. I hear you, and powerful as usual. Made very good sense, and she's right, and and just like I did hear you just mention, I've witnessed on multiple occasions you say, I don't care. I'm just sick of this, and again wearing your heart on your sleeve, and then it takes somebody to come behind you and just pop you in the back of your head and say, cut it out and get it together, and you can't take stuff personal. And I think I've said that to you a time or two, and you got to remember, God first, and we all have that. We all have to do that from time to time. Sometimes we just have to knock our own selves upside the head and say, okay, get it together, get it together, get it together. I'm in my flesh right now. I got to get it together. And I know, what I need to do here. And, just because I got to know this time, or somebody is, not listening to me or not being receptive to what I'm saying or not understanding what I'm saying, it doesn't matter. On to the next one. At the end of the day, we have to know what our why is and the reason behind what we're doing, or And we just have to know that not everybody is going to, everything is not for everybody. And we can't take a no and just sit down and wallow in self-pity. But like Miss Juju said a few moments ago, and please pardon me for calling her Juju because that's what we call her here. But like Miss Julianne said a few moments ago, she's witnessed people, who've had the same type of cancer, one wither away to nothing because they don't have the faith. And then she's witnessed one that has the faith and they've come out on top and they soared and they survived it. And that is true. I've witnessed things of that magnitude as well. But you have to know what your why is, but you also have to remember God first. When you put God first in everything you do, you will be successful. I'm not going to say you can, you will be successful, but you have to know to put him first in everything you do. God first, family, and then you just move after that. And once you put him first and know what your why is, there's no way you cannot be successful. It doesn't matter who tells you no. As long as you put God first, let him tell you no. He got you, because if they told you no, it wasn't meant to be. As long as you keep God first, God will guide your footsteps. He will move you in the direction in your path of where you're supposed to go. Just because that door closed don't mean that the next one that opens was not for you. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if you hear this or not, but I had an alarm set. I'm sorry. Okay. So with that being said, honey, I'm gonna turn it back.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's Miss TMT Brown right there, y'all. She's coming out of that shell. So y'all gonna see much more of her as well. All right. Without any further ado, Miss Shannon, are you out there?
Yes, I'm here.
Absolutely. Take it away.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to have the opportunity to come and speak. Let me go ahead and I guess introduce who I am. I am Shannon Brooks. I am located in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, born and raised. I am a wife. I am a mother to a college student, and I'm also a business owner. The name of my company is Brooks and Associates. And in Brooks and Associates, what I do is I mainly focus in on life and health insurance. I do help people with their finances. I also help them some with their credit. And I was doing that prior to me joining my econ. But I'm real big on life insurance because if anybody knows me, knows my tagline is always GoFundMe. It's not life insurance. I don't do fish fries. I don't go and fund people. I'm not going to do it because it's not my job. It's my job to send condolences. It's not my job to send my coins. So, like I said, I'm real big on that. And I'm also an AFLAC representative. So I'm big on making sure that entrepreneurs, individuals, families, they have something that they can, put into their pocket that's there. So the company pays them money back directly to help them with the overall expenses. So just saying that, I believe in telling everybody you should have a why, or you should always be able to say where you've come from. And I'm one of those type of people where I stay humble, and I'm very humble. People always say you may not look like what you've been through. And I always tell people I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So I'm not sure. I'm going to show you all something. And I'm not sure if you all can see my screen or not, because the way I'm on my tablet, all I see is Wayne Brown's picture at the bottom, and I see compensation plan overview. But if you all can see, I don't know if I'm holding up a red Aflac bag. And
We can see it, Miss Shannon.
You can see it. Okay.
Yeah,
if you see it, you can see that all of those, you see the dirt marks that's right here. You can tell it's worn out. You can tell that it's been through some things all over the place, even on the inside. You can tell that it's kind of torn up. It's kind of worn out. It's been through something, as I say, something. But I carry this bag with me all the time. And I have to tell you all this before I go. And, you have to know where I'm coming, where I've came from to know where I'm going. So years ago, when I first got started in insurance, I left my corporate America job, and everybody was crazy. Thought I was crazy. They thought that I was like, why would you want to leave that good job you have? That's a guaranteed income. But you know what? I left because I knew that I had a dream, and I knew that I had a purpose. And I knew that I could bring value, especially bringing value back to our people. I wanted to be able to, be able to set tables in our hoods. I wanted to go to the projects. I wanted to go talk to the low-income communities. Why? Because I come from the hood. I come from a single parent home. And nobody was in there teaching us things that my econ offer or anything about life insurance. All we were taught to do was spend our money and go get these little old, no good burial policies. But you see this bag right here. When I first got started, this was before social media was big. I got started in business back in 2005 when MySpace was coming out, and I did not know anything about MySpace. So I had to get out there and do it the long and hard way, beating the street and paving the pavement. Me in this bag right here, I don't know how many times I had to walk because I didn't have a car. I was walking and I was taking the city bus. I don't know how many times I took the city bus to downtown Winston, and then I transferred on the part bus that took me over to Greensboro, and then I transferred onto the Greensboro Transit Authority and found out wherever I needed to go, and I had to walk. I was using MapQuest before the days of cell phones where you could have, your GPS on it. I was walking because I was determined to help people, and I was also determined to make it. And this was what I used to have to carry all of my stuff in. This is what I used to have to, bring with me all the time. I would keep in here my laptop. I kept in here my planner. I had my pens. I had the applications. Everything was in here because this was all that I pretty much could, that I had. And in here was my dream. And even though I was like, my mom was asking questions, like, why are you out here doing this? Why are you doing that? My husband was doing the same. Sometimes my ears would be full of tears, but I kept going because I said, you know what? I'm going to make it. I am going to make it. I ain't got no choice but to make it. It's me against the world. And in this little bag was my dream. In this little bag right here that's all tore up and worn out and everything, this right here is all I had. But I was determined that I was going to make it. So I always keep this bag with me because it reminds me of where I've come from. Yeah, it's a little torn up. Yeah, it's a little, worn out. Yeah, it's a little beat up. But guess what? It's still here. It's still with me. So my thing is I always say to people all the time, you may not necessarily, come in first. You may not even come in the middle. You may come in right there, towards the end, but guess what? You coming and you getting through it and you going through it. I had to go through to get to. And where I am right now, I'm not here because of luck. I'm here because I have been blessed. I'm here because even back then when I was carrying that bag, I had people that was paying it forward to me. I had people that was sewing into me. I had people that were showing me different things that I could do that, how I could help people, how I could help my people. And I'm always going to be forever grateful for that. So, when I fast forward to where I am now, no, I don't have to ride the bus anymore. No, I'm not in that struggle anymore. But I thank God every day that I had to go through it because therefore it kept me humble and I'm still humble. And it kept me focused. And even the ones who said that I couldn't do it, even the ones who said, oh, that's crazy. Why would you want to do that? Why you got to do that? I said, you know what? Because guess what? I got a dream. And I'm not going to sit here and let somebody on some corporate America dream. And no disrespect for those who still work in corporate America. I just know for me. But I'm not getting ready to go out here and make your dreams bigger while you can pretty much hold that job over my head like you would a carrot over a rabbit. It's not happening with me because I'm that kind of person. You fire me at 4:45 p.m. and I've been there since 8. Oh, I'm tearing up all of that office. It's going to look like the Tasmanian devil done came through there. I'm not playing that. Oh, no. You would not play Shannon B that way. So that's the reason why, I go so hard like I do now, because, I still, have that in the back of my mind where I had to come from, where I don't want to go back to. I keep this bag right here. So guess what? It keeps me humble. So whenever I go out here and I see somebody trying, I see somebody giving it their all, and they feel like they're getting ready to give up, I'm like, you know what? Let me tell you about my little red bag. That's the little red bag that could. Like they said, the engine that could, that's the little red bag that could. That's where I work my magic. That's what kept me going. So therefore, where I am now, when it comes down to insurance, even when it comes down to my econ, like I told Wayne, I said, I see, I'm the type of person, if I get in something, it's because I see the value in it. I don't care what it is. I don't care how great it is. I don't see the value and I don't see where it can help my people, then I'm not going to do it. So whenever I said, you know what, I see where my econ can go. And I thank Sharon, for Griffin on here for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of her team And Ms. Tony, for, investing, time into me. Same thing with you, Mr. Brown, because I do see the value in it and I'm coming. I'm just one of those kind of persons where, like I told, Mr. Brown, I said, I got some other things I got to do over here with insurance, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do my econ. But once I can kind of free up my schedule over here and I can do what I need to do, then I'm coming over here. So I may not be the one on here that have a whole lot in their back office. I may not be the one sitting over here that, probably going across the stage or getting the accolades and stuff like that. But I always say, but I'm coming. So I always tell people, you know what, like there's a poem out there, and it starts off and it said, someone said it couldn't be done, but Shannon B with a chuckle replied. So therefore, I'm coming. Like I said, I may not finish first in this my econ thing. I may not finish, in the middle. I may be the very last one pulling up the rear, but doggone it, I'm coming. So I just want to tell y'all, thank you. I hope I did not bore you all. I really didn't know all I was going to say. I never planned a, speech. I just let it go from the top of my head, from the bottom of my heart. And I say what's on my mind. I say what I mean what I say, and that's exactly who I am. So thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to speak. And I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do best, and that's drop the mic and go ahead and go about my business.
All right. Listen, don't run off. We got some very, very powerful information I'm going to share with the team on today. But before I get in the way, I'm going to give time for reflections. Miss Shannon, I know why we connected now. I was broke. I was walking. I was homeless. But I still had that dream. I was telling people that I was going to become a millionaire. But I was broke, walking, no money, no 2 pennies to rub together. But guess what, y'all? I was still dressed well. I still carried that same little black portfolio with all of my papers in there, trying to make it. But I never gave up on my dream. The vehicles that I was using to get to the dream, I may have gave up on, right? Because that fire died. I didn't have no one to motivate me. I didn't have a mom or dad that teach me financial principles. I didn't go to college. I didn't finish high school. So it was like, how are you going to make this happen? So this is what I've learned. And I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. When you learn first, as my wife has shared with us, to put God first, things begin to change. Then, don't take this the wrong way, but this is what happened with me. I would say, a divine revelation from God. And I actually preached a sermon called "Don't Put Me First, Saith the Lord." God wants to be in the midst of everything that you do. So if we put him first, he's not in the midst, because he's the forefront. That's where our attention is. All right. It's kind of weird. So I said, let me try that. I'm gonna put God in the midst of everything. So you all have heard me say that my business has become a ministry, right? That's because God is in the midst of the business. Why is the business flourishing? Because God is in the midst of the business. As long as I'm connected to God, back in 2021, go on my personal Facebook page, check this out. In 2021, I was already telling my team what God had shared to me in my sleep. In 2022, I'm going to do something new. Guess what, y'all? When I came back in business in July of 2020, I started at scratch from zero, right? Matter of fact, I think it was 21. Yeah, it was 21. When I came back and reactivated my account, I started from zero, scratch, nobody, no nothing. My whole new website, all new everything. But I said, this time I'm going to keep God in the midst of my business. I had one faithful follower, which was my wife, but she wasn't even on the team officially in the business. But I carried myself like I had 1,000 people already. When you see my tag in the group, it says EVP Infinity, right? Yep. Why? That's one of my goals within this opportunity, right? So now that I can visualize it, I have to find a way to get there. If I don't, then I'm lying to people. Yeah. But that don't mean that I can't exercise God's word. He says, speak those things that are not as though they were already. Now today, some 8 months later, I'm knocking at Infinity's door. I'm just waiting for him to say, open up and come on in. All right. How was I able to do that? Taking individual people just like you, being transparent, showing each individual person a strategy that if they implement it, they can have the same, similar, or greater results than I. Miss Shannon done the same thing. She's doing the same thing. She just may be doing it at a different pace. But my father, not very knowledgeable, educated wise, he ain't got no degrees and all that, but he's full of wisdom. He used to tell me all the time as a little boy, son, it doesn't matter if you know what you're doing or not. If you try it and you do it slow, someone will watch you and they will think that you know what you're doing. So guess what, Miss Shannon? You're taking your time. You're doing it slow. You're doing things that people been with me since July of last year, still paying their monthly website fees, still calling me every day, and have not accomplished what you accomplished so far. All right? Slow and steady sometimes works, right? Everybody find their pace. They keep God in the midst, allow God to do the shifting, allow you plant the seed, God is going to do the increase. Someone else may come along and sprinkle a little water on it from time to time. It don't even matter where you plant the seed. Just plant the seed. Start somewhere. Just start throwing seeds out there. So the little bit that you know, just pour it into some people. You already got the client base. You know, we had that conversation, Miss Shannon, right? It's time to go to the next level. So now that she said EVP Gold without sponsoring one person, she's done this through product sales, right? She left that part out. All right. She's done this through product sales. I had another associate reach out to me and say, wow, how that happened? I didn't even know that was possible. Right? So today, part of our training is going to be how you can do the same thing. Some people don't desire to build a business. Some people don't desire to shift their income. Some people don't desire to travel at 70% off, up to 70% off price. Some people don't desire saving money. Some people don't desire having a good credit score because they feel as though they've been in bad shape for so long, it don't matter anyway. So and I never had nothing, never will have nothing. That's just the story of my life. It doesn't have to be that way, but we cannot change a person's mindset unless they want to change. That is a sad truth that I have a hard time dealing with personally. When I know what my value, as Miss Shannon was saying, I know what I have to offer to bring to the table because I am a living witness of me practicing what I'm preaching. Then I can educate people that have a thermometer, that have degrees, doctorates, PhDs, that has a financial business for 30 years, right? But I have no degree in finances, no accounting background, no, none of that. I got mine from God. Hey, the things that I teach is all divine, ordained by God. So now I can go to somebody in the hood, because I've been there, I came up in the projects too, Miss Shannon. See, our projects was tore down and it became like a senior citizens type of living now. But I tell people where I'm from, hey, I came from the projects when it was the projects, you know. So I understand, you know, how we could be kind of like environmental. Our environments kind of make us who we are, but at some point in life, you have to decide, this is not what I want for my life. This is not where I want to be. This is not where I want my finances. This is not why I want to keep on behaving. This is not the people I want to keep on encamping myself with. One thing about a crab is this: a crab don't mind being in the pot with you, right? Let's just say all of us was crabs. We don't mind being in the pot together. We don't mind going through the struggle together. We don't mind being in the fire and the heat together. But one thing that you'll notice about a crab, if you've seen crabs before, it's always them crabs trying to get to the top of that pot to get out, right? The other crab does what? Hold that crab down. That's the crab job. So we talked about the scorpion already. So today, let's talk about the crab. The crab is there to keep you from getting out of that dissatisfying situation or circumstance that you may find yourself in. So we then got to ask ourselves, who is it that's in my circle? Who is it that's in this pot with me that's a crab? Thank you, Miss Shannon. Great things is in store for you. Hopefully you'll be at the event on this weekend. I'm gonna give you a great big bear hug virtually, but you know you got one coming when I get to town, all right? All right. Miss Julia, let's open up and get your takeaways. This is good, y'all.
So my takeaways, because you know I took some notes here. I really loved you. Miss Shannon, thank you so much. We have a lot in common. There is no accident that you are part of the money team. I myself was an Aflacker. I used to sell Aflac. I was a life and health insurance agent at one time.
Yes, yes.
Yes, and you know what? What you said is so true. You know, you are who you are. It's not you know, have a why or where you come from. Your little red bag that could. I love that. I love that. And I, as I was writing notes, I was writing that, you know, the reason that I'm doing all this is that my mother always worked 2 to 3 jobs. And I saw my mom work really, really hard. And I saw her work in a community with children that were from the ghetto, that were from lesser. And we lived there too, don't get me wrong. We lived there as well. But my mother always made us seem like, not that we were better than, but she always made it seem like we had more than. She always worked those 2 to 3 jobs to give us more. But when those kids were in the center, we called it, it was called Bernie Center, and it was Parks and Recreation Department. And you brought back so many memories to me. So when they were at that center, my mom was their mom, and she did the same thing for them. And so when I was, you know, in life and health insurance, I did the same thing. I went back to my neighborhood and did the same thing that you did. I love your fire, sister. I love your fire and what you're doing. Only you can do what you do, and you have so much to give to this team and so much that we can learn from you. And I can't wait. I can't wait to learn so much from you and how you do in your other businesses. I can't wait to learn it all from you. Thank you, Miss Sharon, for bringing her aboard and seeing the fire in her, because I know you had to see it. And thank you, Miss Tony. So yeah, that's what I got from it. Have a why or where you come from and have that little red bag that could. I love that part. That's what I got from it. Yep. So, Wayne, you still there? I think he.
But I just want to say
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you. I know somebody else was saying something. I was just going to tell you just thank you. I appreciate it.
I was staying out the way. I was letting everybody get their reflections in. You know, hey, I did my
Yeah.
piece.
Oh, you did your.
Yeah, I was about to jump in. I still on my phone, can't figure out my computer. But Miss Shannon, thank you for sharing your background, where you came from. The red bag that could was really inspirational, and I just appreciate your background about catching the bus and walking and catching the bus, because my grandmother did the same thing. And she taught us how to catch that bus in Cleveland to go here from there. When I was in middle school, I got braces. So she came up to that school maybe once or twice, because I had to leave middle school and go to Case Western Reserve Dental College across town. And she said, okay, she took me to one bus stop and she said, walk in front of me. So I was walking, and I didn't realize she stopped at the bus stop. My mind was going straight. She said, Antoinette, where the hell you think you going? So I was like, whoa, where am I? I said, I had to stop and realize that was the stop to catch the next bus to get to the dental school. So from that point on, I was catching the bus by myself to go to the dentist to get my teeth fixed. But on that note, I just want to just transform into saying thank you for sharing your story and being humble. I think being humble is inspirational and something that I admire in your spirit. And I'm just grateful that you plugged in with Sharon and plugged into the TMT family, and just look forward for more to come. And just thank you for that red bag that pushes all to know that we can, like that little train.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. That
I'm gonna
red
chime
bag that
in.
could.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Well, Miss Shannon B, I want to thank you for coming on and letting everybody know who you really are, because I do know who you are from meeting you back, I want to say in 2013 at my first office in Winston-Salem. And then you was pushing that AFLAC and you didn't like Prime America. And I think I was going at that time, going for my second time after breast cancer. And you was telling me like it was, and I followed you ever since. So for me, you're awesome. I thank you for sticking with me. You got in one time, you didn't feel it, and then you still came back and you're still following me, and you're going to always be my Miss Shannon B instead of Shannon Brooks.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, we don't want to leave anyone out. Does my wife have any reflections before we move forward in our compensation plan training?
I'm just gonna say beautifully spoken. Number one, I love how outspoken she is. I love how real she is. I hate fake things. I cannot stand fake people. So I love how real and how outspoken she is. I love how she kept it real where she came from. I love that about her at the meeting. I did. We all have a story, and it may not be a good story, it may not be a great story, but we all came from somewhere. And when you can actually, again, when you can actually come from somewhere and say why and where you're going and why you're going there, makes a difference to me. So I'm going to say beautifully spoken. I get it, I understand it, and bravo, my sister. Keep up the great work. And I'm gonna leave it at that because you know I'm at work.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh man, oh man. Whew, I got some notes down on this paper as well. And as I said, our TMT community is just that, a community of entrepreneurs that have great levels of skill set that if we work together, it don't have to be about my econ, y'all. If we work together, everyone can win. Let me give you an example. You have my wife. This is as at this point, even though they're looking to promote her, and she's already started working towards that promotion on her job. She started as a temp at Delaware State University, State College. They then hired her on full time as administrative secretary. So she have a higher level of clerical background and knowledge. Miss Julian, she's a mindset life coach, motivational speaker, financial coach, hairstylist. She got a lot of different skill sets. All right. Miss Tony, she's a great graphic designer. All right. She's a great graphic designer. She's have a lot of experience in the janitorial area. Miss Sharon, she's a financial guru. She's mastered credit restoration. She's owned a family-owned business for the last 30 years, I believe. If correct me if I'm wrong. And the way of finances through tax preparation. Miss Shannon is a life insurance agent. Health, life, final expenses. I believe all that intertwines in there together some way, somehow. So what am I saying? We all could use something that someone within our community has to benefit or help us develop into the person that Miss Julian was talking about, into the person that we must become. But here's the news flash. Here's the juice. Let me turn my camera back on. I want y'all to see my face when I say this. Here's the juice. We must already be that which we are becoming. It took me several years, 7 years to be exact, of failing to get to where I'm at today. But I never gave up on the dream. To be quite candid, I told my wife recently why I do what I do. All right. Not to get in a host of details, but I told her, honey, this is not about the money. This is about making sure the day that I finally close my eyes, that my family is in a good position financially. I have investment accounts, which one is joint. So my wife is the owner alongside of me, which she can keep funding it. She can pull from it. She could let it sit and increase in value. It's hers. That's already being funded by me and what I'm building with my wealth creation. Then I have investments for my children, where all of my kids will have an allotted amounts of finances so that I don't want my kids to work. I want to instill in my children business ethic, work ethic, and business practices so that they can succeed and become entrepreneurs and never have to work for nobody. But I have to start now preparing that for them. I still got some time because my kids are young. All right. Then I have my investment training that I do that's funding my other investments for my family. On a tax level, Ms. Sharon know where I'm going with this, that simply makes sense because money that's invested offsets your tax liability because you're not taxed on investments until the backside. All right. So what am I saying? Take some money. I don't care how little or how much it is. Learn how to invest in the right places to yield a return on your money. Show other people what you're doing and how you're doing it. Educate them and let them know that I can give you access to this information and actually show you how to do what I'm doing, not what I did, what I'm doing. And then you will have new associates. Why? Because you have to have a membership to be involved with our community. I didn't say nothing about selling. I didn't say nothing about recruiting. I didn't say nothing about all that. I meet people where they are. I show them what I was able to do. Most people that I deal with on a personal level, they know me. So they know my struggle. They know where I came from. They know the little hiccups, the bumps in the road. They know all that. But they also see how God has transformed my entire life. All right. And I believe that each one of us here can win by using that same strategy. Right? I'm not coming up with nothing new. I'm just showing you what God has done with me. I had another associate on yesterday I was speaking to, and they was telling me every reason why they couldn't build a business. So then I said, hey, take a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write down all of your priorities. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, all the way down the line. Because they said they had a lot of things on the table. I said, okay, cool. Write it all down. So then I told them, okay, if your number one priority is this, why are you trying? Listen to this, y'all. If your number one priority is to become a millionaire, why are you trying to become a millionaire first? Don't you know that it's small endeavors over a measurable period of time that's going to allow you to achieve that ultimate goal of becoming a millionaire? So what small steps can I take today to help fund my millionaire vision? So they had like 4 or 5 different things. So I said, okay, start at number 5 and let's work back to number 1. Doesn't that make more sense? Then they looked at me, they said, wow, Mr. Brown, that's good. Because they had all these things they want to do. And there my econ business was included. And then I said, well, wait a minute. If you started at number 5 and you used that to generate income, then you went to number 4, you took your number 5 income and you strategized it and you start making money with to fund your number 4. Then your money from number 5 and number 4, you fund your number 3. Then before long, you can be at your number 1. Oftentimes, people desire things so greatly and they call it prioritizing because this is what they want the most. However, some of these same people as never, ever, ever went into their back office and strategized their way to their wealth. I'm going to give it to y'all leaders today. Go into your back office, go under your cash flow manager. If you have not done this, please do this today. And put in your real numbers on our cash flow strategies. Self-explanatory. Read the question, put your corresponding number there. It will give you a financial blueprint. When you're going to be out of debt, the day, the month, and the year, how much money you need in asset accumulation to reach that number of monthly desirable residual passive income without having to work a job. So we all have businesses, right? If we had a blueprint to get us to the number that we desire, wouldn't it be easier to obtain? Oftentimes, people say, I'm on a budget, right? I can't afford life insurance right now because the premiums are too high and I'm on a budget. I get paid once a month. You ever heard that before, Miss Shannon? Okay, guess what you
Yes,
can
I
do?
have.
So guess what you can do? Well, listen, let's strategize. Introduce them to the cash flow strategist. See where their finances are. Give them a blueprint. Don't charge them nothing. And then tell them, hey, I think I may be able to work something out for you to get your insurance policy secured today. See how you just intertwine your business with what you're already doing? That's the juice. That's what we do with TMT. We don't want people to feel like I got to stop what I'm doing because I got to be in business with you. I don't want people to feel like that, hey, this little selling my candles or selling my oils or my credit restoration business is not good enough. And I got to stop what I'm doing because now I'm involved in my econ. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm telling you to think like an entrepreneur. What is it that I have that I can complement with what I now have access with? How can I make this work together for the greater good of myself and my family and those that I come in contact with? Does that make sense, ladies, gentlemen? Those who's watching on YouTube and Facebook, across Zoom, we everywhere. All right. Let's talk about some compensation. A lot of people has not been able to live the desirable lifestyle because of the lack of resources. That resource is money. Miss Sharon and I know, Miss Shannon and I know, Miss Tony and I know, my wife and I know, Miss Julia and I know that it's not their income, it's their cash flow. So we have to teach them a way to increase their cash flow. So once they become an associate, we then need to show them the money. The products and services is cool. Using them for themselves to increase their cash flow, that's cool. But if people do not know, I want y'all to get this. If people do not know the monetary benefit of their investing with you, they're only going to stay 30 to 60 days. It's going to be like pulling teeth just to keep them active. So let's talk about the compensation plan today, okay? You can open yourself up at any time, ask questions. This is training. After this, I'm going to conclude our session. It's been great thus far, but this information, I believe that all of us, especially the leaders, must understand our compensation plan as it relates to my econ. So I would like to discuss this in details. All right. For those of you that's already an associate, simply go to your back office. The same thing I'm showing here. Log into your website, go to your business management center, click on documents, and it's document 701 as well as document 702. All right. Familiarize yourself with this. So my econ has 3 enrollment memberships. Okay. The ISMP is the $19.95. Then it's the $39.95 monthly. The ISMP includes a personal website, our world-class business system, the 5 income shifting strategies, and our automated marketing system, which is the income shifting membership promotional. That's what makes it $19.95. It's not normally $19.95. Be transparent. Tell people, hey, this is not a $20 opportunity. We're giving it to you for $20 because we want to give you access to changing your finances futuristically. If people believe that this is a $20 opportunity, then they are decreasing in their mind the value of the information that you're presenting to them. Let them know normally this will cost you $299.95. So you can either pay $299.95 or $19.95. Which option works best for you? What are they going to say every time? $19.95. All right. The income shifting membership, which is the $39.95, then $39.95 per month, includes the personalized website, the world-class business system, the 5 personalized income shifting strategies, as well as the automated marketing system. The elite business membership is $99.95. Then it's $54.95 monthly. The elite business membership includes everything in the income shifting membership, plus the elevation travel membership, which normally is $139.95 by itself without everything else that's included with the $99.95 membership. So then you ask questions. You gotta become a master asker, right? So wouldn't it just make sense if you wanted to travel anyway, instead of paying $139.95 for the year, and these traveling engagements is not tax deductible because you're buying a service, versus having a business associated with it, and those same travel engagements that you're taking on in lieu of becomes tax deductible, and you just saved yourself about $70, wouldn't that make more sense? Then guess what happened? They said, yeah, man, it really does. Look where I sign up at. All right, but we got to understand our compensation as well. MyEcon also has additional retail products. That's what Miss Shannon used to get to her next level of promotion. And she's probably going to hit platinum with a combination of efforts, product sales, and sponsoring new team members to assist her in building a dynamic leverage income opportunity for herself through her direct marketing team. Yes, I'm using different terminologies because I want to shift your mindset to a business owner. You are a business owner. So you must start speaking the language of business owners. Each product that we have has what we call CV, which stands for commission value. CV is the percentage of the sales price that MyEcon uses to calculate the commission that's paid out each time a sale is made. We'll discuss the CV and the commission payout on the retail products later on throughout this portion of the training. The additional products are our Elevation Travel membership, which saves customers up to 70% on their travel. Our standalone My Credit System, which includes instructional videos on building a great credit score, and all natural products and coffees. We also have that. Our Cash Flow Manager app, which tracks business income, expenses, mileage, receipts for tax purposes, identity protection, as well as roadside assistance. All of these are additional products and services that we can solicit without giving them a membership in business. You are the business owner. These are additional products and services that you can offer to generate income for yourself, and in return, that CV is calculated over a 52-week time frame that will also bring about your rank promotions, which I will discuss that in more detail as well. The best way to get started is by enrolling one of our 3 enrollment memberships. Notice I said the best way to get started, the quickest way to get a promotion, the quickest way to get a direct deposit on next Friday is by enrolling your friends and your family, your loved ones, your co-workers, your church members, whomever, into one of the 3 memberships. But that is not the only way. It's the best way, but not the only way. Okay, I want to stress that. So let's talk about this. You join my econ by enrolling in one of our, it's 3, it should be 3 enrollment memberships. You immediately attain the rank of executive vice president. So from a business perspective, on a prospecting perspective, you know this, that when a person enroll, they're going to become an executive vice president of my econ. All right. Then their username, which is their business, enables them as a sole proprietor to develop business income or investment income for themselves. Everybody follow me so far? I'm taking my time with this because I want everyone to really understand what they are a part of and how it's beneficial for them monetarily. All right. So you ask the person on a prospective level, what job could you go to, get hired today, and become an executive vice president of that company? Haven't found one yet. Have you? Anyone? Probably not. What job are you able to get your first promotion within 24 hours? What job is going to give you a pay raise within 24 hours by 20%? I haven't found one yet. So let's look at our example. You personally enroll Susan, which is on the left, James, which is second, Mary, which is third, and your 4th person would be Tony. You earn $28 or $56, depending on the type of membership that you enroll the new member into. It's going to be $28 if it's a regular income shifting membership. That's the $39.95. You earn $28. If it's the income ISMP, the income shifting membership promotional for $19.95, you'll earn $14. If it's the elite business membership, you'll earn $56. So you, the business owner, must know what your financial goals are: weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. Then you use our model to assist you in reaching that goal. Does that make sense? All right. Then you earn an additional $20 bonus when the new member makes his first renewal payment within 5 weeks. So that means Susan, James, Mary, and Tony comes on board today, and next month they make their first renewal payment. You get an additional $20. So now if they all was an EBM, which is elite business member, you made $76 on a $99 enrollment. That's something like a 96% return. It only costs you, it may only cost you $9.95 to get started if somebody brought you in under a promotion. Yet you just made $76 4 times, and you tell me this business don't work? Wow. Okay. Great question, Miss Sharon. I'm watching the chat as well. I know she's unable to speak, but she just asked in the chat, what if the prospect want to pay it all upfront instead of a monthly payment? We've actually had an associate that ask that questions. Notice I said an associate because they no longer a prospect. They actually is in business with us. Pat yourself on the back, Miss Sharon. All right. So what my recommendation was this. Number one, I tell them the truth. Our structure is not designed in such a way. Because of the way our compensation plan works, we have not structured at this point a way for you to pay the entire year to operate your business as an operating cost. However, monthly is only $39.95 per month. So if we could help you generate at least that, then your business pays for itself. So use your commissions to keep funding your business. That's bare minimum. You could do that with one EBM membership a month. I don't want you to do that because it'll take you all year getting to your next promotion. But if you're slow and steady, if this works for you, hey, by all means. I'm not one to push, beg, try to convince. I'm one to educate, encourage, motivate, and inspire. It's up to you to make the decision. So, on a side note, as an entrepreneur, if you know that you're going to lose this associate, it's time for you to think out that box. If that person don't want to do monthly at all, you cannot convince them or encourage them to just agree to go with the process of how we do our monthly renewal payments. Then you, the business owner, if you have a merchant account or a separate business account, you can tell them, and you will be 100% liable for this. This don't fall on my econ. This don't fall on Wayne. This don't fall on TMT. You, the business owner, will be 100% responsible for this. But you could do this. Hey, you could pay the whole whatever it adds up to per year today, if you feel comfortable in doing so. They say, okay, you will go into their website, you will put your business card or your credit card or whatever card you're going to use. They already gave you the money, so you just make sure they stay active all year long. They don't know the difference. Only thing they know is they asked Sharon if I could pay for the year. Sharon said yes, and Sharon made it work. You, the business owner, you have to sometimes become creative. Even though that is not a practice that we have in my econ, as an individual business owner or a sole proprietor, you can run your business however you desire. My econ just furnishes us with the tools, the knowledge, the website, the information, and does all of the back end as far as the taxes and the W-9s and the direct deposits, our commissions. That's what my econ does. But you, the business owner, that makes sense, everybody? All right. Moving right along, let's talk about team building. We have generations when it comes to building your team in my econ. You're most certainly welcome, Ms. Sharon. As you enroll, now remember, I want everybody to get this. Your business starts with you, not your upline. I want to clarify this. I've heard it said only the people at the top make the money. That's why I don't do things like this. I heard people tell me this all the time. Then I show them, well, if you at the top, then what is there not to want to be involved in? You just said that only the people at the top make the money. So if you at the top, then you can be making the money, right? I addressed the elephant in the room early in our conversation. They said yes. Okay, cool. We move forward. So as you enroll new members, they become what we call your first generation EVPs on your marketing team. See, I'm giving it to you my econ style on a corporate level. Oftentimes, I give you the juice. but I want you to really understand what the model is and what the structure is with my econ. Why we partner with my econ. It just makes sense. My econ give us the opportunity of building our own personal economies by using a business model. This is not called a pyramid. This is called leveraging. This is just a physical illustration of how to build leverage income. Everybody agree with me so far? Do I have everyone's attention? All right. So as your first generation EVPs enroll new members, those members become your second generation. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm gonna use Tony since most of her people is with us this morning. So Tony would be the U at the top. And let's say I'm gonna use everyone here as an example. So Miss Sharon is number one on her first generation. And let's say that my wife is number two, and Miss Julie is number three, and I'm number four on our first generation. So Miss Sharon being number one under Tony, sponsorship or leadership, she sponsors Miss Shannon. So Miss Shannon becomes Tony's second generation associate. So with Miss Sharon, guess what? If it started with her business, everyone that she has personally sponsored will be her first generation. Anyone that those people personally sponsor go to her second generation. And when those people personally sponsor, it goes to her third generation, all the way down to the sixth generation. All right. So we'll get through all that in a minute. All right. When your second generation enroll new members, those new members become your third generation, so on and so forth, all the way down to unlimited generations. All right. Enrolling new members or having those new members repeat the same process is called team building. Team building in my econ promotes EVPs to higher ranks and higher commissions. This is why Wayne Brown, pushes my team to build. Number one, I want you to reach a much greater level in the compensation plan. Number two, if I know why you here is to generate another stream of income, then why not help you generate that other stream of income? That just makes sense. Team building also provides my econ associates the opportunity to earn override commissions and residual income. If a person in your downline is only an EVP, they do not qualify for overrides or residual income. So as the business owner, go through your back office, look at your reports, look at your sponsorship reports, look at the ranks of your people, help them get the gold. That's when they start getting override commissions and residual income. It may not be a lot because they're just getting started. They're just getting to their first leadership role, but it's going to motivate them because now they're getting paid for efforts that they did months ago. Over and over and over and over again. Your rank and my econ, I cannot stress this enough. Your rank and my econ determines how much you get paid in overrides on your team sales. And the higher ranks get higher commissions on sales volume, which is the CV that I'll be talking about under product sales. If a person just say, hey, I'm not talking to nobody about this. I'm strictly getting involved with my econ because I love the products. I use them for myself and I'm going to sell the products only. Okay, that's fine. If that's what you want to do. Do not challenge a person with say, I don't want to build a business. Find a way to make it still make sense to them for them obtaining the membership so that they can sell the products and services under your marketing team. You're the business owner. It's called leverage. Does that make sense? All right. So let's look at attaining rank promotions. Gold. EVP Gold was the level of accomplishment that Miss Shannon has accomplished behind the scenes. How did she do it? She did not sponsor anyone. There's two ways to hit most ranks in my econ. Promotions, far as sponsorship, is always going to be the easier route. I'm going to just be candid with you. But it's not the only route. It's the best way, but not the only way. Okay. So when you enroll in my econ with an enrollment membership, your rank that moment is executive vice president. The next rank is EVP Gold. To attain EVP Gold, your rank must be active and have 2 personally sponsored associates or $50 of product sales in the prior 52 weeks. All right. We're gonna get all into this in more detail. I'm gonna just go through the ranks right now. If you notice EVP Platinum, there's 3 ways you can get the Platinum. So the next rank after Gold would be EVP Platinum, and you must be active and have at least 2 personally enrolled active associates and 12 active associates in your super team, counting no more than 5 on any direct marketing team. The super team includes all of your EVPs and higher ranking associates in your 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th generations. You may also obtain the rank of Platinum by being active and having 5 active associates in your super team with no more than 2 on any direct marketing team and $100 in personal CV in the prior 52-week pay cycle. So with $100 CV and 5 active associates, you can still hit the rank of Platinum. I ain't putting nobody out there, but let me show y'all some strategy. If you have more than 5 people already active on your team, no matter if you personally sponsor them or if someone else on your team sponsor them, they all count towards your promotion. If you want to use option number 2, all you got to do is have the CV and your Platinum with less than 12 people that it normally would take. And that's still promotional because honestly, it used to be, I think, 250 or 300 to hit Platinum. So this structure here is still fairly new, but the compensation is still the same. So what Ivy has done was made it easy for people to rank up in this opportunity because there's a saying throughout my econ, you have to rank up to bank up. That's why the higher your rank, the higher your commission. But you can rank up, you can bank up without sponsoring anyone in business. Let me prove it to you. You can become Platinum with $400 of personal CV in the prior 52-week pre-cycle. That doesn't include nobody. That's strictly product sales. Everyone follow me now? I don't want to lose nobody. Let's talk about Infinity. This is the door I'm knocking on right here, y'all. The next rank is Executive Vice President Infinity. To obtain the rank of Infinity, you must be active and have at least 2 personal active associates and 100 active associates in your super team, not counting more than 40 in any direct marketing team. So let me explain this. A direct marketing team, just look at it like this. Each personal sponsor individual you have, to reach Infinity, you can't have more than 40 people under Shannon, under Sharon, under myself, under Julian, if we all is your personal sponsored associate. All right. So that means if you want to obtain Infinity, You can have 2 active personally sponsored associates, right? You don't got to go out here and build a whole large people. But let's say those 2 people, when it got 40 people apiece, that put 82 people on your team. You only sponsored 2. Those 2 went and got 40 people apiece. You get paid for 82 people. That is amazing. There's no other opportunity out there that's going to give you the ability to create leverage, passive, and residual income in such a way. 85. The second way is by having 85 active associates in your super team, counting no more than 32 on any direct marketing team, and $250 of personal CV in the prior 52-week cycle. That's the third way, y'all. The second way. The third way is by having $4,000 of personal product CV in the prior 52-week commission cycle. So watch this. Maybe you have a following already. Maybe you already sell teas and weight loss products and nutritional products, makeup, hair care, skin care, whatever. You could implement our coffee, our MSM product, our Daily Ultimate, because you're already selling products in this area, health and nutrition, right? Implement the products that you have with my econ with what you already sell. Now, people that you already selling to is going to see new products. They're going to start buying from you because it's a new product that you're adding to your archive of products that they already know you for. So now to the customer, you're expanding in business and they want to be a part of that. Right? So you just very well be able to hit infinity on product sales by itself if you have enough people buying your products. That doesn't mean go out here and recruit 100 people, 85 people. You can, it's easier to me, in my opinion. But what if you have a special skill set? What if you have a special influence over a special community or a special market? All you got to do is get your product in front of that market. So now they buy from you, from your website. You could be doing everything you've been doing and you get a check on Friday. You get an email that says, congratulations on your rank promotion to infinity, to platinum, to gold, to CEO infinity. And you call your sponsor like, hey, how'd that happen? I had associates that followed what I taught them, and they called me and said, Wayne, how in the world did I hit platinum? Tony's my witness. She knows what I'm talking about. So that's proof that what I teach works. So I don't gotta have all these fancy systems. All you gotta do is listen and follow the strategy that I'm gonna give you and win. It's just that system. That is my system. Using each individual person to help them obtain their personal financial goal. Once they accomplish that goal, the process works. Give yourself a round of applause for that. All right. Let's talk about overrides and weekly commissions. I'm not even going to CEO Infinity. I want to kind of stay in the broad scope of obtainable things for the folks that we have watching and tuning in with us on today. A lot of people, like I said earlier, have this big financial goal, but they don't have strategies to get them there. They don't have passive income, residual income, leverage income, or other people assisting them in reaching that financial number. All of us that's ever had a job, all of us that's ever owned a business understand leverage. On a job, we are the one that is being leveraged. In a business, in order for our business to continue to flourish, we hire people, right? We find people that qualify for the business that we own, and we employ them So we pay them a fraction of the revenue that they help generate to our business. We're talking business, y'all. We're talking wealth creation. We must educate people, show them how to shift from being leveraged to being the one that is doing the leveraging. And then once they learn that, they use our business model to practice what they learn. The proof is when they get residual checks and they didn't even know that they was gonna get no money in their direct deposit on Friday. Then they call Shannon. Shannon, what in the world, girl? What is this? I just got paid. Where does money come from? Only thing Shannon did was educated them, showed them what our business model is. They implemented it and they started making money. Just that simple. And let me ask you this. If someone introduced you to something and you made more money than you invested in a 30-day time frame, would you quit? Probably not, right? So that's a good way of retaining business partners and growing your business. But we, the leaders, must understand how to make this possible. That's what I mastered. That's why all of you are here today, that's remaining active, that's reaching residual and weekly commissions, goals, that's changing their personal finances, that's going out here building a great marketing team, all because I've mastered the process of creating leveraged, passive, and residual income. Now, goals, let's start in the column on the left. EVP goals are paid 40 cents. Listen, y'all, I know that don't sound like no money, but I'm going to give it to you the way it is. And then I'm going to show you how this will amount to something if you just stick with me long enough. Goals are paid 40 cents on every income shifting promotional membership, 80 cents on every regular income shifting membership, and $1.60 on every elite business membership. That's when they renew. All right. So let's say, for the sake of illustration, that you're gold and you had 10 people, and all 10 of those people was an elite business member. Uh-oh, my bad. So that'll put you at $160 Dream Team residual. That's with 10 people. You haven't even hit platinum yet. You're still gold. All right. Platinums are paid $1 on the income shifting membership promotional, $2 on the income shifting membership, $4 on the elite business membership. And that goes from generation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Infinities. Remember I was showing you? You got to rank up the bank up. I'm showing you the money. So, hey, you follow the money. What is it that I have to do? Product sales or sponsorships or a combination of both? How can I get to where I'm trying to go? You got to strategize. Watch this. Infinities are paid $2.50 for the income shifting promotional from generations 1 through 5, then $1.50 for generation 6 through infinity, down to the next infinity that's created into their business. All right. Then 20 cents per new enrollment through the next 2 generations of infinities. Listen to me, y'all. That don't sound like no money. But That's $200. If you created another Infinity under you, that's a $200 override every month that you did nothing besides motivate, encourage, and inspire someone to reach their personal financial goal by using a business model that you introduced them to. That simple. You just got to make it simple to people. To make people say, you know what? Wow, I didn't even look at it like that. This is easy. I can do that. See, that's what you want. That's the feedback you want. You want people to say, that's it? That's all I got to do? You don't want people to feel like I'm not smart enough to do this. I don't like talking to people. Well, I don't have any friends. Well, my family don't support me. We get all of that. I have gotten all of that, but I don't get that anymore. And the reason why I believe I don't get that anymore is because I'm the juice. I've learned what to say to people to encourage them without selling them. All right. That's an art form, something that you have to develop. That's why I encourage the team to plug into these trainings so you can develop that skill set. So you can have the same greater or the same similar or greater results as myself, my wife, and other leaders has had within this opportunity. Infinities are paid $5. Watch this, y'all. $5 on income shifting memberships through generation 1 through 5. Then through generation 6 through infinity, they're paid $3. Down to their next infinity on their marketing team. Then they get 40 cents per new enrollment through their second generation of infinities on their team. Let's talk about the money. Infinities are paid $10 per elite business membership from generations 1 through 5, then $6 on each new enrollment through generation 6 through infinity down to their next infinity, and then 80 cents down to their second generation of infinities. All right. $10. I want y'all to get this. At the level of infinity, from generations 1 through 5, we already know that we got at least 100 people on our team. All right. $10 times 100 people every single month is $1,000 residually that you've been able to generate. Only thing you did was connect people to the vision, educated them, motivated them, inspired them, and encouraged them. And then they gravitate to that and they move forward. Yes, ma'am. All right. And they move forward and doing the same thing that you did. See, it's always easier to educate someone when you're doing it. Let's talk about Dream Team Residual. See, that's just overrides that I just showed you. Now, there's more money on the table. Let's talk about Dream Team Residual. Goals are paid $1.50 per active income shifting member and $2.40 per active EBM member on generations 1 through 4. Platinums are paid $5 per active income shifting membership and $8 per active EBM membership through generations 1 through 5. All my platinums know what I'm talking about. Infinities are paid $8.50 per month per active income shifting membership through generations 1 through 5, and $3.50 per month per active income shifting membership through generation 6 through infinity. And then they get 50 cents additional down to their next infinity. All right. Infinities are paid $13.60 per month on every active elite business member, generations 1 through 5. Then $5.60 per month per active EBM in generations 6 through infinity, and 80 cents all the way down to their next level of infinity. Let's speak about product sales. So remember, I was showing you how Miss Shannon got her rank promotion through product sales. I want to help you today understand that product sales can definitely help you reach the goals that some of us are looking forward to reaching. EVPs and higher ranks are paid 70% of the commission value of products that they personally sell. All right. Golds are paid 2% of the CV on product services sold in their first and second generation. All right, great question. My econ is one of those opportunities where once you hit a rank, you will not lose your rank. So let's say you hit infinity and everybody quit. You still get paid on infinity when you start your team over again. Right? I've never seen that happen. But if you cancel your membership, you give up, you get frustrated, you throw in the towel, you done got a rank, you just say you platinum, you infinity, you just gave up on your business and you canceled that business. If you decide to come back in the future, you got to start over again. I know, because I did it a couple times. I got frustrated. I said, man, it's crazy. But me and Keith joke about this a lot. I said, Keith, I'm going to quit again. He said, man, why are you doing that? You so good. I said, because when I quit last time, I was an independent contractor. I came back, I became an executive vice president. This is under the old structure. It was harder to obtain these goals. Then I quit again because I got frustrated. Then I came back as a national sales director. I got upset. I quit again because I didn't have what it takes. So I came back again and I became a senior national sales director. Right? So I'm like, man, every time I quit, I come back greater. So I told Keith, if I quit at a platinum, I'll come back as an infinity. But I said, man, that's a little risky. I ain't gonna do that though. I said, that's a little risky. I'm leave it alone. I'm gonna just go ahead and build and keep going until that infinity door open up unto me. Platinums are paid 5% of the CV on products and services sold in their first 5 generations, 1 through 5. Infinities are paid 15% on the CV of the products and services that was generated or sold those generations 1 through 5, all the way down to their 6th generation through infinity. They'll get an additional 1% all the way down to their next infinity. CEO infinity bonuses. As EVP infinities who have $250 in personal CV in the 52-week pay cycle and 300 active associates in their super team, counting no more than 60 people in any direct league, will qualify for what we call the CEO Infinity Dream Team Residual Commission. The CEO Infinity, which will be you, will receive an additional monthly commission on all active members in the personal CEO Infinity's team. Your personal CEO Infinity team includes all activist members that's in your downline, down to the next qualified CEO Infinity that's on your direct marketing team. The monthly commission is 88 cents per active income shifting membership and $1.40 per active EBM membership. So if you just did simple math, if you got $1.40 and you had at least 300 people, That's $420 residual every month on top of your upfront money, on top of your team overrides, on top of your, what you're doing with your product sales. There's a lot of money to be made. There's a lot of money on the table that you can then take that money and learn to invest and make that money make you some more money. That just simply makes sense. Ask me how I know. That's what I'm doing. All right. Just, leverage is the key. Any questions? All right. The next qualified CEO Infinity per your direct marketing teams begins with your first generation CEO Infinity, which for each direct marketing team, and includes all active members on the downline for each generation down to the CEO Infinity that's next. You will receive an additional Dream Team Residual bonus on the first generation CEO Infinity teams on active members. The monthly commission is 50 cents per active ISM and 80 cents per active EBM. The next qualified CEO Infinity in your downline to generate CEO Infinity on your direct marketing team down to your second generation of your Infinity, CEO Infinities on your team and direct marketing includes all of the people in your downline and of those that's under your CEO Infinity teams. Down to the next qualified CEO Infinity. The monthly commission is 25 cents for every active income shifting membership and 40 cents per active EBM membership. So if you notice, the commissions are getting smaller, but the amount of people you're getting paid on is getting larger. It balances out to the same thing, right? So now at this point, you are CEO Infinity, so you have at least 300 people in your downline, and you have 3 other CEO Infinities that put you over 1,000 people in your team. On a monthly residual, you'll be about $15,000 a month. Residual income. I'm running the race. I'm trying to snatch some of my leaders and get them to infinity so that we all can grow together to CEO Infinity. So guess what? As soon as you hit platinum, what's the first thing Wayne Brown tell you? Oh, you on your way to infinity. Let's go. It ain't no waiting and celebrating to hit platinum. No, we got some more things to accomplish. I pray today that this training was very beneficial, that you see that there's great monies to be made, that you can build wealth with the model that we offer under the structure of My Econ. You're looking at people, you're hearing the testimonies of people that's learning what we do, and their finances is changing. Their financial forecast for the future is changing. And they were able to do this for themselves. So if you're out there in YouTube land, I thank you for participating, watching the replay. Get back to the person that introduced you to us. If you're not an associate, if you are an associate, apply the things that you learned today. Let's start building. Let's start growing. Let's make millions together. All right. It's always easier when you have somebody else with you, locked arms, rooting you on, supporting you every step of the way. That makes your goal even the more exciting once you accomplish it alongside of someone else. So you know what we say over here with TMT. I'm Mr. Wayne TMT Brown, the founder and CEO of Freedom Financial Services, LLC, that's partnered with a great company called My Econ Incorporated. And we look forward to seeing you at the beaches of the world as well as at the investment firms. But most of all, I see you at the top because the bottom has definitely been too crowded. Be blessed. I look forward to working with each and every last one of you soon. And we'll speak